why we fall into imposter syndrome and why we don't sometimes reach the goals that we set for ourselves. The two are tied very closely together, and it's because we lie to ourselves. Now, it's a pretty confronting thing to say, right? You're not getting results because you lie to yourself, but the thing is, you do. We lie to ourselves all of the time, and they don't feel like big lies. They feel like little lies, and it doesn't really matter, and it's actually kind of more stepping away from our truth than it is lying. But the point is the same. We tell ourselves untruths. We don't stand up for ourselves. We don't say what we mean. We don't stand up for the truth that we know needs to come out, and we start being somebody else. And as soon as we start being somebody else, or we start trying to be like somebody else, or we start trying to be someone that someone else will like that's, getting a little bit more towards a manipulative, which we do, right? We all try to pretend to be something we're not so that other people will like us. And then we're like, oh my God, well, this is our soul talking to us. We're like, oh my God, what are you doing? You're stepping away from your truth. Who is that person? And then pretty soon we start to feel fucking yucky about it. It might feel good in the moment, pretending to be something that somebody else wants. But pretty soon, later on, like tomorrow, the next day, down the week, you're going to be beating yourself up for not being a true, authentic self. You're not going to know why you feel like shit, but you do feel like shit. And so you head for the packet of chips, or you head for the bottle of wine, or you head for Netflix, or you head for gossiping, or you head for creating drama so that, in someone else's life, if not in your own, so that you don't need to look at your own bloody warts, right? Because you get so sick and tired of yourself. Like, this is what I stand for, and this is the change that I want to make in the world, and this is the woman that I'm going to be. And then we don't fucking do it. We dip out because we want people to like us, and we don't want to create a fuss, and but you can't say that out loud. And then we dive into imposter syndrome because we're like, well, I'm never going to be good enough to show up, and I tried being like that person and that didn't work, and I tried being like that person, and I try to do everything for everyone and still nobody likes me, right? Of course they're not going to fucking like you. Nobody else needs to like you. This is the thing. We spend so much time trying to be liked by everyone else that we forget what our own fucking truth is. The only way that you are going to like yourself and love yourself, and therefore not have imposter syndrome anymore, and be able to show up as the real version you, which makes you magnetic and means you get all the clients and all the love and all the fun, is to be true to you. Stop trying to be someone else, and for goodness sake, stop lying to yourself. If you don't stand for something, don't stand for it. If you don't think that, that being such and such a way, which is trendy at the moment, is the way to go, don't do it. In fact, the best way to success is doing things that other people are not, right? If you're following the herd, then you're just coming in last and getting the dribs and the drabs. Be completely different. Every single marketing book, every single marketing guru or business guru out there will tell you that they did things that were different, not the same as everyone else, right? You are here to be a magnificent being. You are here to be great. You are great. You are great already. You have something inside you that the world needs. And it's time to just step forward and own that. Because when you lie to yourself, you create a whole chain of events that leads you to beating yourself up and imposter syndrome and not getting the results. And then, my darling, you're giving yourself social proof that you can't do the shit. So you line something up, you want this big juicy goal, and you're like, yep, I'm going to be absolutely committed to myself this time. I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and I'm going to do the marketing and I'm going to do the lives. And then pretty soon you're like, oh, yeah, no, well, I might get up at 6, but it's really valid because this, that, and the other. And we justify it to ourselves. And then the brain's like, she's telling lies, she's telling lies. And we start falling into it immediately again, right? So we say we're going to show up for ourselves, but we don't. So then when we set a big, hairy, audacious goal, we look at it and we're like, I can't do that, because you've proven to yourself over and over again that you don't stand up for yourself, that you lie to yourself, that you don't do what you don't do what you say you're gonna do. So for God's sakes, if you're not gonna do something, if you're not committed to doing it, don't fucking say you are. Because otherwise you're just proving to yourself that you can't succeed. And then of course you're gonna feel like shit, right? So start small. Start committing to one tiny action that you can do. Like if you're going to lose weight, you don't go running and lose 20 kilos this week. Of course you're not going to do it. And this is like, sometimes we set massive goals so that we don't have to achieve it, right? I'm going to lose 20 kgs this week, and then we don't. And then we're like, oh, didn't work. The diet doesn't work. No point in dieting, right? We do it because we don't actually want to lose weight. And if you don't want to lose weight, don't, right? Now we'll flip back to business. If you say, right, I'm going to get 5 new clients this week, and then your brain's like, holy fuck, like 5 new clients. God, can I really onboard all those clients and process all the payments and then do all the work? And so we're like, don't really want it. So we dip out on ourselves and we find ways to not show up and not do the lives and not do the content that we said we would and not onboard the people. And then we're like, see, it doesn't work. I can't get 5 new clients. It's all right, Michelle. It's impossible to get 5 new clients. Right? So we tell ourselves these little lies all the time so that we don't feel so bad. But the truth is, telling lies to yourself will make you feel bad every single time. So my invitation to you today is just stop lying to yourself. Just stop. Just show up and be bold and be you. By the way, I have something called Daily Inspiration from Sparkle Nation, completely and utterly free. It is great little juicy tidbits and kicks up the ass and affirmations and all sorts of fun kind of stuff that pops into your inbox daily. If you'd love to join that, go and visit my website, michellebusinesscoach.com, and you can sign up there. I'd love to see you in there, and I hope to see you in the next video. Follow me here if you want to hear more about this and start actually stepping up and getting the results that you say you're going to get, because 2021 is a year of change. It is a 5-year, right? 5 is a year of change. Let's do this shit. Let's be all over it. Bye for now, and remember, together we shall rise.